Hi Taurus, welcome. It's Meredith. I am here with your monthly message for March 2020. We are we're using Thelema Tarot, Arcanum Tarot, and Millennium Thoth Tarot for this month's message. And it's the same setup as the February mid-months. Your top row is what's now for Taurus. Your middle row is what's in development or becoming. And your bottom row is all about the energies that are having an influence upon your long-term happiness and fulfillment. We're also using 3 different oracle decks as well for the reading. We'll get to those as we go along. As always, I recommend you watch your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus videos. Take the whole month to do that, and it'll give you a wealth of information on how to navigate the energy atmosphere in March. So at the time of the reading, let's see, we have a full moon coming up on the 9th of March, which is a Monday. Tuesday the 10th, Mercury goes direct. And yeah, for now, we're still in the retrograde in Pisces. Woohoo! How's it going for you? All right, let's get into it. Top row, what's now for Taurus? And this is the Thelema Tarot deck. Your first card is 8 of Pentacles. Okay, we've seen a lot of this card recently in the daily readings, and this is a card of mastery. You know, we are honing our skill. We're practicing our skills. We are having to engage and actually use them, most likely through the retrograde energies. And, pardon, the 8 of Pentacles is so close to the 10 of Pentacles that it gets a bit of a reputation for being sort of ho-hum, boring. And there can also be a feeling of, I'd like to throw in the towel here. I'm done. But you've come that far. And when you think of the suit, you started out at Ace, you're here on the 8, you're almost at the 10. 10 is long-term happiness, satisfaction, fulfillment. This is not the time to give up. Don't stop now. Keep going, because you're close. You're closer than ever. Closer than you've ever been. So let's see what it's connected to. Your next card is the 9 of Cups. Yes, okay. You don't want to quit now, because the 9 of Cups, you know it. It's a wish card in tarot. It's a dream come true. It is a fulfillment that the universe is blessing you with, bigger and better than you dreamed it in the first place. That's the Ace of Cups to the 9th power. That's the Ace of Cups overflowing with love, bliss, joy, and happy in abundance and in a way you never dreamed of previously. So keep doing what you're doing. Keep on keeping on that 8 of Pentacles, because it is bringing you closer to in the realm of this 9 of Cups. So this will be unfolding for you. You may be seeing signs of it in the now, but this is what's on offer to you in the month of March. Next card, Knight of Wands. Yeah, Taurus, your energy is a bit jiggy. The Knight of the Knight of Wands, he has a reputation for being a bit of a player and easily distracted. He's definitely, for me, intuitively speaking, this is my opinion, he's a little bit of an ADD knight. He is attracted to shiny things, and he will go after them. He will go explore them. He will fulfill his mission, but his route is rather serpentine, you know. His distraction will lead him in a lot of different directions. So if this energy is taking place within you, rather than sticking to your 8 of Pentacles, and you're getting more serpentine and a little bit jiggy like our Knight of Wands, you want to strike a happy medium between the two if possible. And then, oh good, looks like you do, because there's the Queen of Wands. I love this queen. She may be my favorite queen out of all of them. But first of all, she holds the Ace of Wands. Illumination, passion, fire, creativity. She is vivacious, enthusiastic. She's actually pretty raw with her enthusiasm. She means what she says. She says what she means. She speaks her mind and she speaks it well. And she will talk about things that are not popular. She'll express all of that authentically with grace and tact and poise in the regal essence of a queen. And she's respected for it. So she's fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and she is the center of attention when she steps into a room. And I like that she's right here with this knight, because where he can be distracted, she is not. She is very focused. She can be quite targeted, but she is raw enthusiasm. So this may be your centering point, to stay focused on your enthusiasm. There may be some of the mundane here on the 8 that's a little bit boring and doesn't feel fulfilling to you at this time. But everything you're doing on the 8 is paying reward into your 9 of Cups. So you may want to get out there and be a little serpentine and distracted like that Knight of Wands, but bring yourself back into center with the Queen. She's all this kind of fun and still focused. All right. Your oracle card for this row comes from Return to Spirit. And the question asked of this deck was, what energies are on the return for review in the retrograde for Taurus in March? And you have, look at this, fairy magic. See? That Knight of Wands would be very attracted to fairy magic. But it can be very distracting too. So just like the magician in tarot, he has the skill, the art even, to be distracting. He'll have you looking left when something really interesting on the right is happening. So fairy magic, this is good, but bring your focused self to whatever magical experiences you are having. This is a time for you, Taurus, to actually stay the course when you're going to feel compelled to step right off the path. Do what's right for you. Take it where it's relevant. Keep that in mind. Anyway, let's move on to your next row of cards. This is from Arcanum Tarot, and this row is all about what's in development and what's in becoming. You have 2 cards in the first position, and your first is the High Priestess. Oh, goodness. And look who's coming with her. The Knight of Wands again. All right. You are going to have to dig into your intuition, your inner wisdom, to be your own best oracle, because you're going to be quite tempted with the Knight of Wands turning up twice. You're very tempted to lean into his kind of energy, which is distracted, which pulls you away from the things that, pardon, you normally keep a fine laser focus on. So I encourage you to indulge in fun and to celebrate your 9 of Cups. Do it like a queen, though, and keep the focus on your 8 of Pentacles. This is the contribution that you make to the momentum for all of your dreams, goals, and intentions coming to fulfillment. 9 of Cups again on your foundation. It's going to require you to pull in your inner oracle and your intuition off the High Priestess. It's also going to have you engaging discretion. There are some things that are meant to be shared at this time, and there are some things that are meant to be kept to yourself. The High Priestess exercises discretion. She also doesn't give you the answers. She'll point you in a direction, but she will not give you an answer. She'll give some vague and light guidance, because she doesn't want to diminish the journey that you're on at this time. So use your discretion, keep to yourself what needs to stay in your heart space for nurturing at this time, and share it when you're good and ready. Let's see what's next. 2 of Wands, beautiful card. This is looking to the horizon. This is setting your intentions for manifestation. I love that it's underneath the 9 of Cups for you, because this shows, an overflow coming in from the universe in relationship to the contribution you've made here on the 8. And my sense of it is, Taurus, you've got spring fever, which is why we're seeing the Knight of Wands twice in the reading, but you are being encouraged into a High Priestess and a Queen of Wands type of attitude. So bring your energy there and you'll navigate all of this nicely with grace and with ease. And the Two of Wands is about new seed thoughts, new plans, new intentions, new goals. So set those in motion. The Knight of Wands, again, a distracting type of energy, and this will pull you away from the seed thoughts that require your nurturing attention at this time. So this is why you're being encouraged into the High Priestess and the Queen's energy. Next set of cards, Three of Swords. And coming with that, the King of Wands. Ooh, very interesting pairing. I do like that we're seeing the Queen and the King of Wands in the reading. They're definitely balancing out this strong spring fever type of energy that's coming with the Knight of Wands that could leave you distracted. I also see another theme erupting here, arising rather, in the reading with the Three of Swords. There's something you're avoiding, Taurus, and it's connected to the Three of Swords here. This is pain, loss, and sorrow of the past, and something of that is rising in your everyday. So it's showing up in your thoughts. You could be thinking about prior relationships, prior life experiences that didn't turn out well for you. And you may be using that hindsight to justify distraction on the Knight of Wands here, to justify your actions for stepping out of the energy that you have been cultivating for fulfillment in your nine. Like, you want something so different right now because you are tired, weary of the same old here on the Eight of Pentacles. And it will still serve you to continue practicing your art, your craft, whatever that is, honing your skill to bring you to fulfillment. That's still a worthy effort, a worthy investment of your energy, but you've had it up to here with it, and you want to hop on the horse with the Knight of Wands and go out and have a good time. And you want to use the Three of Swords as a justification for doing it. But you have a King and a Queen and a High Priestess here encouraging you to remain in your mastery and to continue cultivating on your Eight, because you're opening new doors, new realms of possibility for yourself here on the Two of Wands. And through that door comes the fulfillment that you have been praying for from the Nine of Cups. So you have to ask yourself at this time, is the Knight of Wands distraction type of energy bringing you closer to or further from what you have been holding in heart space, what you have been cultivating, what you have been putting all this skill and attention to detail into? Is it worth coming off the path for a brief indulgence? Does it bring you closer to, further from? So I encourage you to have fun. You know, go out and dance and sing and yell and scream with the people you know, love, and trust, and that's wonderful. Still, do it in the energy of a king or a queen or a high priestess. Coming with this, yeah, Seven of Swords. This is a card that indicates we can easily be robbed of our joy. So when it comes to making whatever this decision is for yourself, my guides are going to put it to you this way. Have some good, clean fun. That Knight of Wands isn't always good, clean fun. And in hindsight, it'll bring you back to your Three of Swords if it doesn't reconcile in your heart space, if that makes sense to you. The Seven of Swords is also a card of more justification, stories we tell ourselves to justify the voice of the ego and what it has to say and how it wants to influence us at this time. So consider adding the Seven of Swords to the Three of Swords, you get the Ten of Swords, which is the fallen master. And these cards are letting you know that this is not a time to be a fallen master. You don't have other cards to support that at this time. And the fallen master, 10 of swords, it's not a negative card. It indicates moving on to a whole new phase. Yet with the 2 of wands present in your reading, you are nearing the conclusion of one phase and you've already opened the door on another phase. So it's a bit too early for a 10 of swords type of experience here. So here, once more, you're led back to your mastery. You also have the harmony of divine feminine, divine masculine with the king and the queen of wands in the reading. And then here too is the high priestess saying, listen to your inner wisdom, listen to your inner voice. This is not the time to give up, stop, throw in the towel, or become so distracted that you have some kind of a setback because you were busy over here telling yourself in a story to justify what the ego was encouraging you to do that took you further from your Knight of Cups type of situation. Okay, Oracle card for this row comes from Gateway Oracle. And the question put to the deck was, what sort of threshold or gateway is Taurus stepping through in the month of March? And you have proceeding softly. My inner power grows in moments of quietude. The High Priestess knows that succinctly. So does the King and the Queen of Wands over here. And there's nothing quiet about the Knight of Wands. He is a fun time. Again, you're going to have to put it on your own scales of inner justice. Does it balance out and harmonize for you? Okay, your next row comes from Millennium Thoth Tarot. This is about the energies influencing your long-term happiness, satisfaction, and fulfillment. First card, 9 of Swords. I'm actually glad to see that, because this is what I feel, that indulging in the Knight of Wands type of energy will produce a 9 of Swords situation for yourself. This is an anxiety producer. This is the card that suggests we're awake in the middle of the night and we now need to reconcile and settle something else. It's also one of those I can't see the forest for the trees card, because the 9 of Swords is a card, yes, of anxiety, worry, fret, and typically there's a sign somewhere in the artwork on the card that a new day dawns and a new opportunity presents. And while I do sense that's true, it would be you coming out of whatever you're lamenting here on the 3 and using for justification on the 7 to indulge in the Knight of Wands energy could turn into a 9 of Swords, and then you have to reconcile and sort and find harmony all over again. Whereas if you remained authentically in your power and your truth, like the Queen, the King, the High Priestess, you can avoid this 9 of Swords type of situation. All right, coming with this, 4 of Wands. Beautiful. I'm so glad to see that card. This is a super stable foundation, and it is one of the happiest cards in the minor suits of tarot. So it's everything that you see in the Sun card in the major arcana: love, bliss, joy, happiness, connection. This is worth staying grounded for. Consider that. You've put a lot of energy investment into your foundation, and this is not the time to stop. What's going on over here on the 8 of Pentacles? Keep doing what you're doing. Keep on keeping on, because it's paying the reward of the 9 of Cups. And in this row, look at this row. 9 of Cups, 2 of Wands, whole new horizon, whole new world of fresh opportunity and new beginning, all happening on a super stable foundation. So have some good, clean fun. And don't disrupt the momentum that you're in for creating all of this here. Coming with that, 2 of Swords. Yeah, indecision. Not surprised to see that either. You've reached an impasse within yourself and you're uncertain on how to proceed, because this happy, shiny energy of the Knight of Wands is very compelling. What the cards would have you do is tune into your heart space. What are you really holding in your heart? You may need to shut out the environmental noise to know what that is. And it's cool. It's okay to do that. Go within. Go within to your high priestess self and follow your heart. It may mean staying the course on this 8 that feels sort of ho-hum and boring, but look what it's bringing you. 9 of Cups, 2 of Wands, 4 of Wands. Follow your heart. Okay, and then 3 of Cups. Yes, indeed, follow your heart. This is celebration. This is good relationships, family, friends, beloved, good relationship to self. This is the Ace of Cups to the power of 3. Love, bliss, joy overflowing into your life. 9 of Cups. Love that that's up in the top row. Love that 3 of Cups is in the bottom row, because it shows you the cycle of co-creation that you're in with the divine all that is. You've got some magic happening behind the scenes that you may not be able to see, but you sense it through the high priestess. And yet you're still dazzled by the Knight of Wands. So you're going to want to ground yourself into your heart space so you can keep your eye on your 9 of Cups, your 3 of Cups, your 4 of Wands. All right, last card in the reading for you comes from the Sacred Traveler Oracle, also by Denise, Linn. And, you know, if you stepped through the gateway over here of proceeding softly, how do you travel? So we asked the Sacred Traveler deck, how does Taurus travel through the month of March? And you have fellow travelers. Support is all around you. Yes, join forces with your fellow travelers. This will satisfy the energy you're being called to on that Knight of Wands, and it will keep you centered, grounded, and on your foundation of happiness so that you can potentially avoid the 9 of Swords type of situation that would require more energy to reconcile and harmonize. Whereas if you stay grounded, you don't have to do this. Okay? Taurus, thank you so much for watching. Do like, share, subscribe here on the channel. Leave a comment if it's in your heart to do so. Definitely check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus videos and check out the dailies. Thank you again so much for watching. Peace, love, joy, blessings to each and every one of you. Namaste.